Someone described rowing, it's like chasing a feeling. That when you get it right and you balance the boat and you feel the bubbles underneath the boat and you just feel connected with every other person in the boat and connected to the water, there's just a feeling about that that brings euphoria. And certainly winning races is another piece of it, but it's about connecting with others, feeling like you are one, and then putting all that effort into just boat speed. And really, what other sport can you win and be looking at the people you're beating?
Being in a single, you're about 5 inches above the water, and so when you see these waves coming by, you're automatically going to think they're going to roll into your boat. It's always a thought in your mind. You're like, okay, like if I mess up on this stroke, I could potentially be going over. And not that it's a scary thing, or not that there's like monsters in lakes, but you're fighting the challenges of the weather that you can't control. That's mentally challenging because you want to push hard, you want to train hard. It's just a tough sport in general.
And when you're there, hold water, sit ready. Okay, 5, 5, 5, and 5, all boats. We have alignment, attention, rope.
Rowing hurts. The feeling when it's going well is fleeting. It's like having something balanced on your finger where you're like, ooh, I'm doing it, I'm doing it, I'm doing it. And then you could drop it at any time. But there's something so great about those moments of flow, and you feel powerful. And if you're really doing it right, I don't think that you can be thinking about anything else.
My family is all about water sports. My dad went to the Olympics for swimming, and my sister is on the quest for qualifications as well for Rio in swimming. And we've always been very supportive of each other. And I always tell my sister, every time you have a race, it's another opportunity to be better. It's another opportunity to show them what you got. It's another opportunity to put all your training behind you and just put it out there. I am taking the opportunity to go to Chile, and there is a qualification regatta for the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And I'm going in a single to compete as the only Bahamian that has ever rowed in an elite regatta that could hopefully turn into the Olympic regatta. The rowers that are in the Bahamas right now are primarily male. Our culture is very much that the woman is the subordinate. I think seeing that a woman can be the first rower Olympian, I don't know, that kind of like is like, yeah, like women power. It doesn't always have to be the man doing the first thing, like it can be a woman.
It started with an idea. We were sort of bouncing around, and I say we as Emily's dad and Beth and I during the year. And it really was David who made everyone realize that this was a possibility, that Emily had an opportunity and there was a rowing community in the Bahamas and that she could be identified as the lead person in that rowing community. So he was really big on starting it.
And so then we started doing research, and I did a lot of self-reflection on whether or not I wanted to put my body through this, whether or not I wanted to mentally do this. And I was like, you know what, I'm never gonna get an opportunity like this ever again. And the fact that I'm in rowing shape because I'm my 4th year of college rowing, I mean, why not? This journey isn't just about me, it's about Ithaca crew, and it's about everybody on the team and how they're supporting me. And I just feel that it's not me training for Chile, it's the team training to be faster and the team training with me. And so that in itself is pretty cool.
All right, 9:30 a.m. A&E Center tomorrow. Bombers on 2, 1, 2, Bombers!
Alpacas, I think, are my worst piece. Gonna sit next to some of the girls that were in the boat last year with me. Hopefully we'll be at the same rhythm, and then just hopefully all positive thoughts.
From the outside, it looks so quiet and calm, and I've had people ask me, like, do you guys breathe hard when you do that? But from the inside, it's like blood and fury and power and people you love, and your field of vision can actually get smaller depending on how hard you're pushing yourself. It feels like a narrowing of your focus into this one little space, and maybe the people you trust the most are in there with you, like pulling you out of that fire or through that fire. There's something about knowing that you're gonna get through it because you're not gonna stop, because that's just ingrained. Those are the rules. You don't stop. Like, you get through it, you can get through it embarrassed, you can get through it disappointed, but you're gonna get through it no matter how much it sucks. It's something wonderful in how horrible it is, because you realize how capable you are.
Okay, make sure you get your score recorded and look at your average split, because that's going to be your new 5K number every time we do a workout.
A huge motivator of mine, and obviously we'll have to get into this, is my mom. And when she was still alive, I used to write a note of, like, she had a lot of stages through her battle through cancer, and I always thought that she was so strong and so brave, and every single time I would do a piece, I would write what stage that she was going through, and it would just sit there, and it wasn't something that was directed towards crew at all. A huge motivator for me even now when she's gone is that I can push through a 2K. It is 8 minutes. I can push through that. My mom sat for hours in a chemotherapy room. I can push through anything, and yeah, sometimes when I'm negative in a piece, those thoughts do not help me. But a lot of it is to do with my mom, and every single piece that I do, I dedicate it to her and just remind myself that she is proud of me, and just stuff like that, and that in itself takes my mind off performing and more of just doing it with my heart rather than doing it for a number.
When the handle's pushed down, the blade height that you have off the water here compared to this hand, which you don't have pushed down because it's stacked, right? You want to get it out in front. And when you go to prep the blade, this one can turn and be direct, but this one, the only way to square it up is...
I was really mentally prepared for my 2K. Becky sent me a recording of my race plan that I will be running in Chile, and I listened to that beforehand coming down to practice, and I knew we had a 2K today, but the rest of the team didn't, so it was almost like I had to prepare myself, which is what I'll be having to do in Chile. During the piece, there was no negative thoughts, which is a huge plus for me, and yeah, I PR'd by 3 seconds, so it was exciting. Good day.
Up overhead, ready up. Side step it over. We're gonna pass it up, hook it around, make sure that somebody has it before you let go.
We come down to Gainesville every spring break, mostly because of the weather, but because we have a really cool venue. So we have a race course that's Olympic approved, and it's basically just being able to get on the water, being able to sit in a boat get your hands all calloused up right before a racing season. Okay, I am on my way. Yeah, I got a crowd here. Okay, I'll be out in a second. Okay, bye.
Oh my gosh, Emily.
You guys are gonna kill it this weekend. Bye. So excited. I think I'm ready. I think the next step is getting there and being in the environment and seeing everybody rowing, and then that's going to be a whole new level of prep, because I think being there and like sitting in a single in a lake that I've never been on before is going to be scary but also exciting at the same time. Our flight's delayed. No. Our flight is coming later than our second flight. Have you been able to adjust to things easily? Is everything running smoothly? Well, I wouldn't say smoothly. Basically, like, I don't even know where to start. We tied the oars to the side of the car because they would not fit. The biggest adjustment is like eating and socializing and being in the same vicinity as my competition like 24/7. So trying not to get psyched out by, oh, she's taller than me, oh, her arms look so strong, oh, her legs are like so muscular, and just really focus on my abilities and my rowing. And while I'm on the water, I've been feeling really, really good, really strong. My nerves are there, but I'm trying to breathe them away. Take deep breaths.
It's pleasant out.
How do you feel?
Felt good, but I feel like I'm like just spinning my wheels.
Open on race day.
Open on race day? Oh no.
I know, aka tears on race day. It's day 4. Yikes. Today we went out on the water once, and it's only me. It was a good day. It was a very positive day. No crying today, so that's good.
Even at low rates, just accelerate the body.
Today, the FISA representatives had all the women stand in line with our blades just to take pictures, and just being that close to every single one of them, I was like, this is really real. Like, this is happening, and that in itself just made me feel like, wow, like, we're all here for 6 spots. Like, 20 of us are here for 6 spots, and 14 of us are going to go home and not have that. She's been to Worlds twice.
Go. I wish your mom could hug you. This is the best I got. Do it up, all right? Okay. Come on. Come on. Make me cry. I know. Here. Come on. Want to flip all the way? Yeah.
Y vamos con Bahamas, top para Bahamas. Tremendo final, mis amigos, espectacular regata.
And then I tried to get it back, but she just...
Your biggest fear coming into this? That you didn't think you belonged here? You don't feel that, do you?
It's a good rest.
You brought me down to Chile.
I feel so fortunate to have a team that if I fall, they're gonna pick me up and they're gonna help me get better.
I was like,
launching in, what, 15, half an hour? Okay. And you truly are 2,000 meters out. So what thoughts are going through your head right now?
Well, I hope that coming out of this, I can make a name for the Bahamas rowing. Even if I wear like this shirt around the qualification regatta, people are going to be like, oh, there's rowing in the Bahamas? That's pretty cool. My mom is a very hopeful, very determined person, and I think that she gave me that gift when she passed away. And I think that she gave me the drive to be able to be out of my comfort zone. And so when I was sitting at the starting line during my heat, I just looked up and thanked her, because I think that without her passing, even though obviously it's the worst thing that ever happened in my life, I don't think I would have been able to push through every single hour of training and every single hour of everything without her. And I know that she was sitting up there on Christ Redeemer's arm watching me and just cheering me on. So, yeah.